Well, Burritoville, we basically, the project is that we took over a restaurant, a traditional restaurant, and converted it into a non-for-profit solidarity co-op. Burritoville, as a traditional restaurant, was over 8 years old, and it was one of the first organic vegetarian restaurants in the city, and the owners wanted to move on. They wanted to make sure their commitment to having organic vegetarian food was preserved, like their heritage was preserved. So they contact Satoshi, who was part of the CFC, and we, let's say, integrated a group within the CFC to take over Burritoville. We want to make sure that Concordia students had healthy options around campus. That's why we were motivated to initiate this project, the project of the transition from the traditional restaurant to a non-for-profit solidarity co-op. By using a co-op model, you make sure that the profit is distributed. When you have a capitalist business model, the profits goes to the owner. Like, it will pay salaries, of course, it will pay for the suppliers, it will pay rent and all these things. But if you make profits, these profits are going to be kept by the people who risk their money, you know. In the cooperative model, we have a different approach. We care about workers and we care about consumers. That's why consumers have a voice within the board of directors. In our co-op, we have 6 seats for users. The majority of the seats are for the users, because we want people who eat here to decide, like, to make the big decisions of how this co-op is run. This space is for you, for all the students who want to get involved, who want to do something specific, or who just want to volunteer here at the organization. And it brings a space where you can celebrate, or you can relax, where you can, if you want to study, you can come to this floor, the 3rd floor. If you want to enjoy a beer, you can go to the 2nd floor. If you want to have a good meal, you can go to the 1st floor. We have really good quality food and very tasty, and also we have quality drinks, like from everything is made home, like the lemonade, the iced tea, like everything. We prepare everything. Basically, what we want to have out of it is, in easy words, it will be like a community center where you can come and do whatever you want to do. Of course, have to be consulted and approved by the coordinators, and if it's too big, to the board. For example, the Les Brasseries Nominés, the brewers from Concordia are already contact us, and we are going to start selling their beer here, because, as I say, this is the space for others to come and use it as well. The transition out of the capitalist system is very hard, because when we move forward into this social solidarity economy movement, they also move forward into looking somehow social. So they invented corporate social responsibility for multinational corporations. They now have social entrepreneurship. So moving far from them, it has become a blurry landscape. It's hard to identify which are the real post-capitalist efforts happening with the capitalist companies trying to be more social. So I would say, as a consumer, be careful of where you are putting your money, because even like if you think you do not have enough money, like a student, you do, because if you add all of the students, it will be a really good part of the economy that we are moving.
But what's wrong with the capitalist system as it stands?
Where do we start? Where do we start? Well, I will quote Polanyi for that. I think the capitalist system cannot work without people. You cannot keep a self-regulated market by its own, because you forget about society. Market is part of the society. What is wrong? It's wrong because it's disembedded from society. And then all the negative consequences that happen after that is because of this disconnection. Like, market is not something that is this big, intangible Wall Street thing. Market is us. Market is us spending money to supply, like, our needs. but it doesn't have to be based on money. It has to be based on us as people.